Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working with another protective style, and today's video is brought to you by Beyond Beauty. They sent me this hair, so I'll definitely be sure to leave their Amazon link in the description box below. So we're working with a little bit of color today, so I'm excited to tell you more about this hair and exactly how I installed it. But before we jump into the video, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoy it, and of course hit the notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Alright guys, let's jump into the hair details. Today I'm going to be using 12-inch spring twist hair, and this is by Beyond Beauty. Of course, I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description box below. You can pick this hair up at Amazon and it'll get to you very quickly. So when the hair arrived, it did arrive in this labeled bag, as you can see here, and within it there were 3 bundles of hair. I don't know if you noticed, but we got some color this time. So we have been doing a lot of protective styles, so I was excited to spice it up a little bit, and this is a 1B30. So it does seem to have the lighter color of the 30 right at the end, but it does really mix in from the top. This is not an ombre, it is just a nice mix. So let's get a little closer look. So as you can see, there is a mix of the 1B and the 30 from the top all the way to the bottom. So this is their 12 inches. It's very stretchy and bouncy, and it has a nice soft consistency. So I'm excited to install this. So of course you could always install the hair just like this, but to add some fullness, I like to run my hands through it and simply fluff it out a little bit to make it as full and as fluffy as possible for install. So I will do this for all of my pieces, and as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to stack them all onto my thread rack, which I will leave a link in the description box below. But you just want to fluff the hair out as much as possible, and as you can see, I can still fluff it out a little bit more there as well, and go ahead and prep everything you need. So with this rack, you can just hang your hair on here. It makes it easy so that you're ready to go and grab a piece of pre-fluffed hair. You don't have to stop in between each twist or braid and divide it. Things are just good to go and you're prepped and ready. So this is definitely something that whether you're doing braids or twists, you might want to go ahead and invest in. So again, I'll leave the link down below. Also in the bag, we've got some hair jewels here. And these are actually very interesting. They look like little crowns. Let me take some out so I can show you guys. And they came in both gold and silver. Also within the bag, you got 2 hair clips. Let's go ahead and jump into this hairstyle. So we're starting off with fresh, clean hair. I have applied the lock method, which is putting in a leave-in conditioner, oil, and a cream in your hair. And today I'm going to be using Suave Professionals. They have a natural hair care line, and this is their Nourish and Strength leave-in conditioner. I went in with a little bit of grapeseed oil after that for the O of lock. And lastly, I went in with the cream, and this again is from the Suave Professionals line, and this is their curl defining cream. So that is what I use to moisturize my hair. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the tension method, which I'll go into some details here in a second, to just get the hair stretched slightly but mostly dry. So the first priority here is making sure that my hair is dried before we add in the spring twist hair, more than this to get it super straight. So I'll show you how I'll do that as well. And as always, because I want to make sure that my hair is protected and that when I do wash it, it reverts back and I have no heat damage, I'm going to be going in with a heat protectant. And today I'm using Salon Selective's Heat Protectant. So for the tension method of blow drying your hair, of course you'll need a blow dryer. So I'm going in with this one here. This is the Kiss 1875 Pro. And also you'll notice that I have this nozzle here to really concentrate the heat exactly where I want it to go. So the great thing about this blow dryer is that it has different settings for the control here. And it comes with not only this nozzle, but 2 comb attachments and a diffuser. I absolutely love this hair dryer. It's really great and it's worked well for me with various different styles. You want to go ahead and take the section out that you're going to be working with. And you'll need some sort of detangling tool as well. Wide tooth comb or brush is fine, whatever you like. And just go ahead and make sure that your hair is detangled. Now my hair is pre-detangled, so that's why we're gliding through right now. But you're gonna wanna make sure that you get it as detangled as possible. And the whole concept of the tension method is you're just gonna kind of hold your hair tautly and you're gonna run the blow dryer close, not touching, but close down, just creating a drying, which is my main purpose, and then just a little bit of stretch, but it's not going to be perfect or bone straight. So of course, as I said before, I'm going to go in with my heat protectant. I'm actually going to go in and spray it in my hand, a couple of pumps. Add that to the hair, divide it a little bit, making sure that I get it everywhere. And since my blow dryer has different variations of control, I am going to start off with medium heat and high fan. And just like that, my hair is dry, but also I have a slight stretch. But we don't have bone straight, which will be perfect for these twists or even if you're doing your hair in braids. So I'm going to continue that process all the way around my head and then I'll be right back. I've started off some braids here and they are braided at the base and loosely twisted at the end, and they are in 1-by-1 sections. And I'm actually going to continue this process over my entire head. So here I'm adding a little bit of Shine and Jam to kind of smooth around the perimeter, and I'm going to go in as soon as I get the Shine and Jam around all sides of the perimeter and separate my hair into 3 sections and do a traditional braid where I'm going from the outside to the end, outside to inside with my hair. Just a few rotations to make sure that it's secure. And then after that, I'm going to split the middle in half and quickly 2-strand twist loosely, just to kind of hold things in place all the way to the end. So we definitely have the ability to move the braid, which would be great for our install, and we're repeating the process, adding a little product around the perimeter of the squared off block of hair. And then we're gonna go in with the traditional 3-strand braid, dividing the hair into 3 pieces. And you're gonna take the outside piece and bring it to the center. Outside piece, center, outside piece, center. A couple of rotations. Once that's nice and secure, then we're going to split the middle piece into 2 and do a nice loose 2-strand twist all the way down. So as you can see, I have finished the braid / twist over my whole head. So I am ready to start installing our spring twist, and doing this first is really going to save you a lot of time. Alright guys, so I have done almost all of my hair except for this top portion, but I wanted to jump in and show you exactly what we've got going, as well as show you how I'm going to install a portion. So they're looking pretty good, nice and proportionate to the size square that I have. And at this point I have installed almost 1.5 of the packs. So they're very lightweight, very movable, and it's going in very easy. I'm also loving this color combination. Let's zoom in a little. So it's transitioning well. Of course, my real hair is up in here, so that's giving it a darker root than I originally had. And it's going all the way to the light end. So it's giving me a nice little pop of color. I like this color. It's great for like summer fun, but also I think it'll transition well into fall as well with this nice 30, as they call it, at the end. So a couple of things that I discovered that I want to share with you. So to make the ends curl nice and neat and not have to separate or cut the ends off because it gets really knotty, when you're fluffing your hair, only fluff it close to the end. Leave this end intact, and that'll help with the process. So let's show you on the other side. So I'm kind of running my fingers through it to fluff it, but when I get to the very end, I'm gonna leave it intact. Now, if you fluff the very end as well, you're gonna have some issues of knotting and having to pull the hair apart, but leaving it like this prepares you for the very end, and it just spirals right on through and everything's good to go. Now also, I am using 2 pieces of fluffed hair per part, except for close to my edges or ones that are a little bit smaller, parts that are a little bit smaller. I'm only using 1.5 just so that it's proportionate, and also for the longevity of my hair and not putting too much stress on it. All right, let's go in and do a section. So I'm pulling out a pre-section part, going in with a little bit of my shea butter on the end. You want to make sure your hair is moisturized. I'm taking the twist-a-loose and just a little bit of the braid if you go down too far like I did on this one. So I'm going in with 1.5. This is a half piece of the hair. So I'm gonna line the hair up 1.5. I'd like mine to be equal. Make sure the ends are pretty equal there and grab right in the center. And then I'm gonna take my crochet hook and I'm gonna slide it right under the base of the braid. So slide the needle under the braid, making sure the hook is open. Slide the hair on the hook, close the flap, pull your hair through, find the end of your loop, and pull that one side all the way through. And as you can see here, it's sliding smoothly. If you have any tangles or it's hard to slide through, just stop, remove it, and start over. It should not be a rough process. So here we have our 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna split the middle piece in half. I'm gonna join each piece of my real hair with the spring hair, and I'm gonna twist. And I'm doing a slight rotation here, rotating my hands and twisting. Rotate and twist, rotate and twist. So you just want to continue to do your rotate and twist all the way down the length of the hair. Now, one great thing about this hair is it has a more natural texture, so it's blending in perfectly with my slightly blow dry, because remember we only used the tension method, so it wasn't super duper straight. And that's actually perfect, because I think one of the worst things is when people add extensions and you can see the texture of their real hair sticking through. Like, although this hair is colored and clearly I don't have colored hair and much longer than my real hair, I still wanted to have the illusion that it could be my hair if it was that long. So you're just gonna twist. I'm continuing to do the rotation as I go down to make sure everything is as smooth as possible. But also with this hair, for some reason, you have a little piece that peeks through. I think that kind of adds to how organic it looks. So, as I told you guys in the beginning, this hair is 12 inches when it is in its curly tight state. But when you get to twisting it, it stretches way out. So be prepared that you are gonna have to twist a little bit. So this process was really easy. I think the part that took the longest for me was actually twisting down the length of each twist, but it's cute, it's worth it. So getting down to the end here. As you can see, you still see the defined curl. This one here is more from the part that I separated, but it's still fairly defined. So I I'll be able to just go ahead and separate that so that it's as close to 2 pieces as possible, and just twist all the way to the end. Once you kind of get to the end where you don't have much left, just kind of swirl it around for the final results. And let it go. So here we go. You can kind of see the length of the hair. The installation went well. Sometimes when you have normal twists or braids on that first day, it has to stay down. Like there is no moving it. But this is carefree, lightweight, and it looks great. So let's do side view. All right, let's take it back to how to install the hair one more time. Crochet hook under your braid, slide your spring twist hair onto your crochet hook, ensuring that you can close the flap. Slide the crochet hair under your real hair. Find the end of the loop so that you can pull one side all the way through, making sure that the hair is moving left and right very easily. From there, I'm going to take my real hair now, and you're going to make sure that you take 2 parts of your real hair. So you're going to need to divide the center here and add those 2 parts of your real hair to the left and the right of the spring twist. And remember to do a slight rotation as you twist so that you can blend your hair in with the spring twist hair. Rotate, crossover, rotate, crossover, all the way to the end. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have been having a lot of fun over this summer, really working with some various hairs and installing some protective styles, so I hope you guys have been enjoying them and trying them as well. As always, thank you so much for viewing this video. Go ahead and click subscribe. I'll be bringing you guys more content very soon, so make sure that notification bell is clicked as well so you know when it's dropping. Alright guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in my next one.